She was born and bred in Nashville. Now she walks the beaches down in Florida sand. A mother and wife, a daughter, a sister, trying hard to do the best she can. She found her voice with a heavy heart, looking for purpose with trembling hands. And giving this all a new start, moving ahead, speaking for ones who came. And she says, I am who I am, I'll stand my ground. Even when the nights get long and rough, you'll hear my sound. She'll be speaking for the ones unheard, 'cause she's got a caring heart that won't be turned. Her mama fought cancer while she was searching, stories that needed a gentle voice. We saw summer's name and felt the heartache, and tried to bring light where there was no choice. And when she heard of Sebastian, her sadness rose. She prays for truth through the noise. She'll follow wherever the story goes, seeking their dignity, a child's joy.
Her smile shines as bright as the stars at night. Her heart is as kind as can be. She has the patience of a saint, but if you push her, oh Lordy. A straight talker is Smiley. She's the salt of the earth. Make no mistake, she matters. Catch Smileystorey on a live stream. Oh boy, that girl can add her. Go Smiley. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Missing posters and stories of heartache and fear. She tells us all of the heartbreaking tears. She can sniff out the guilty from a mile away. If Smiley's on the case, then she's here to stay. She cares about these missing children. She cares deeply about them all. She speaks the truth with integrity. For the truth, she will seek it all. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Smiley's questions are like a heat-seeking missile. She's going straight for the bullseye. Don't ever believe you can fool her. She's too wise, man. she won't comply. She values freedom like the 4th of July. She values respect even more. If you want to earn a place at Smiley's table, watch the clock, it takes time for sure. She's Smiley, alright, she's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright, she's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you break her trust, you're done for. Trust don't grow back like grass, so don't give Smiley a reason to doubt you, or that friendship will shatter like glass. She's a damn good woman, that much we know. She puts in the hours to bring them kids home. If your child is missing, you want Smiley on the case. She is always willing and she gives so much grace. She's a Smiley, alright, she's a Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright, she's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you're guilty, you better feel fear.
Hello, everybody. Hello again and welcome in. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. H. Davis, number 1. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, beautiful Janice. Hope all is well. Dina Lynn, hello. Good to see you too. And Michelle Davis. I'm glad to see everybody here tonight. Thank you for being here. I wanted to talk about this case. It was brought to my attention, and it was brought to my attention too that it was also one of my mods and her better half, Kevin's daughter's friend. So I wanted to talk about it, and she thought that I should talk about it. So we're going to get into it. We're going to welcome everybody in. Hey, Daniel Berry. Hello, hello, welcome. And yeah, PM, you on the phone? You on the phone one? So yeah, welcome everybody in. Thank you for being here. And let's pay some respects to Taylor ShyAnn Ratterree, 17 years old. It was a life taken way too soon. This happened in Dickson, Tennessee, and we're going to get into it. So welcome in, y'all. It's Smiley, and tonight it isn't loud. It isn't rushed. Tonight's just one of those lives here that we sit here with something heavy on our heart, right? And y'all are welcome to put in emojis, candles, praying hands, all the things, because her young life on my screen mattered. And so we're going to talk about her. She deserves full attention tonight, and we're here to speak her name, Taylor ShyAnn Ratterree. She's 17 years old. She was 17. She's not just a statistic or a headline. She is not just somebody's ex like they're talking about. She's a person, a daughter, a friend. She was a coworker. She was a young woman with plans for college. She had a lot of creativity in her. She held the world in her hands. She had a future. All of that is still unfolding because it's no longer. Tonight, I want to be very clear about why we're here. We're not here to scrutinize or sensationalize or anything like that. we don't want to speculate. We're just here. The police can sort all that out. They're all on it. This is an ongoing investigation. Happened just a few short days ago. And we're not here to tear anyone apart. We're just here because silence is what allows these patterns to continue. And so they repeat if silence goes on. So we're not here to be silent. We're here to honor her. Hey, Jackson, welcome in. This is a young girl, 17, out of Tennessee, Dickson, Tennessee. I didn't know about it until earlier. It's been all over the news. Everything that I pull up. And, you know, we have a mod here, Annabella, who also lives very close to her. Her boyfriend lives in the same town Annabella's does. And Annabella, you know, the kids, they are real good friends with this girl, and they knew her. And it's very sad, and it's very upsetting. Like Annabella said, it could have been theirs. You know, it's sad. It could be anybody's. You know, from what police have said and confirmed, Taylor met up with her ex-boyfriend after leaving work, and something very wrong happened. Something went very wrong. She tried to get away, but she never made it home. Let that sit for a moment. And it's right here at Christmas time. I know her family, her friends, her colleagues, everybody, that community is just devastated. Yeah, Jackson, exactly. A teenage girl, she was trying to escape a situation she no longer felt safe in, and that matters. This case is still active. There is an arrest. There are charges, and the court will determine guilt or innocence. We can respect that process. But what we can do right now, we can honor Taylor's life. We can speak truth, we can care, and we can talk about why moments like this demand awareness. See, because every Taylor we hear about, there's others that don't make the news. But there's people out there every day just like this. Every day. And they deserve to be noticed. There's others sitting in cars who want out of it. There's relationships that they're scared to leave. You know, messages that they're even afraid to answer on their phone, or not answer, I should say. They're living in fear, and they're just babies. Look at her. Just babies. I'm going to change. I'm going to change my avatar. I want y'all to look at this one. Look at her. And she's so tiny. She's so tiny. You know, we're going to walk through this, in this case, very carefully. We're going to remember who Taylor was, not just how she died. And we're going to talk about the warning signs that too often just get dismissed as teen drama. Okay? Well, it's not always teen drama. It's not teen drama until it's too late. So just take a breath with me, drop candles in chat if you can. Your praying hands. Let's hold a place in this live and a space for Taylor ShyAnn, because her life mattered and her name deserves to be spoken with respect. And before we go on, make sure you hit that like and share and subscribe button if you haven't already. Those things are free, and these are things you can do to grow our channel and our community. But more importantly, it helps me and others get the word out for these stories. It helps me get these people's names and faces out there. It may help someone. You never know. You don't know. You can't say that it won't. You don't know. Someone may need to hear this. Okay. Tonight's live stream discussion is an ongoing homicide case involving teenagers. This is for awareness, for remembrance, and not for harassment. All suspects are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please don't forget that. And if you or someone you love is in danger or you're being threatened, please call 911. If you need help planning how to leave safely, you can contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233. That is 1-800-799-SAFE. You can also text START to 88788. Again, this is Smiley, and tonight this one's going to be heavy for those, for those nights where we slow down, we take a breath, and we have to speak these names, but we have to love and respect, because teenagers matter. Her life mattered. Hey, y'all, good to see you. And we're talking again about Taylor ShyAnn Ratterree, known by her family as Gus. That was her nickname, Gus. She was 17 years old from Dickson, Tennessee, who died after being shot, and the arrest of Hunter W. Jackson. He did it allegedly. He is 18 years old, and he is now charged with first-degree murder. This is also someone, like I said, if you're just coming in, that our own Maud, Annabella, and Kevin's girls knew. This was a shock to them, as Annabella was just tore up. And I will say prayers definitely go out. This could have been anyone. Put your praying hands up. I want to be very clear. I'm not here for rumors. I'm not here for anything like that. Let's try to get the truth out and honor her. I'm here to honor her. I'm here to share confirmed information and not talk about what maybe this, that, and the other. We're here to learn, because sometimes awareness is what saves somebody else's life. First, please hold your kids and your grandkids very close. I don't care how old they are. Let them know you love them. Don't assume they know. Because, yes, of course they know. But tell them. It's always nice to hear, and it's nice to be reassured. Now, what has been shared by people who knew her, by local reporting, Taylor was described as having a beautiful personality. She was someone who was happy, someone who brought light and joy. A coworker and a friend talked about this. They spoke shortly after. We should see that. I think I have that one up. But they talked to her shortly before she left work that night, before she left her job, and then her life ended. Her family shared that she had a beautiful future, big dreams. She was excited about going to college next year. And I want to pause right here just for a minute, because that's not detail. It's a reminder. It's a reminder. This was a child stepping into adulthood with big plans, big dreams. She still had dreams forming of who she was going to be. Hey, Prayer Garden. Hello, honey. One of her passions was to crochet. When I read that, I kind of had to laugh because Annabella likes to crochet. That must be the thing right up there in that community. Just saying. It brings tears to my eyes. I don't know, but that detail, hits me hard. It just does. I guess it's just so human, you know. Looking at her picture right here, it's so her. It's a picture of a normal life. Work, creativity, goals, all that got interrupted. Police have identified the suspect as Hunter W. Jackson. Again, he's 18 years old, a Dickson teen who had been arrested and charged with first-degree murder at the time of this reporting. He's being held on $3 million bond. That may change. It may go to no bond. I don't know. There is a court date reported on January 20th in Dickson County General Sessions Court. So that's when his court date will be. That's the confirmed who the suspect side of it is. Beyond that, details of his personal background has not been widely, or at least reliably, published. Not in a major reporting way right now. And I'm not gonna act like I know. I'm not gonna fill in the gaps with guesses. Okay? It's beyond me anyway. The clearest timeline that we have right now has been reported so far was on the night of Tuesday, December 16th, 2025. Taylor was picked up after leaving work around 8 p.m. by her ex-boyfriend, Hunter Jackson. Police say the two met up at that time at the Kroger parking lot in Dickson, and reports confirm that she left work around 8 p.m. and that was the meeting up point, Kroger's parking lot. From my understanding now, I didn't know earlier, but from my understanding now, she did work at Kroger's. The specific the specifics on that, I don't know, but I know that she did work at Kroger's. That's been verified to me, and it's verified in her obituary as well. As they reached a traffic light on Hensley Drive, police said Taylor tried to get out of the vehicle. That's when she was shot. She was found near Highway 70 East on Hensley Drive, and she was transported to Skyline Medical Center. And later, she died from her injuries. Police say Jackson left the scene. Of course he did. Thank God he was later arrested. He was in White Bluff, Tennessee when he was arrested. So he left the scene, people, and he didn't even try to help her. He didn't come back. He just split. Lickety split. He got the hell out of Dodge. Now, Fox 17 also reported police recovered the gun believed that he had used on her. And they say they're reporting that he cooperated with the investigation. That's pretty much the start to finish of where the publicity and the timeline is so far. Sometimes the most dangerous time for a person is when they leave or they try to leave a relationship because control is being challenged. Sometimes it's not about love at all. It's about possession. It's about power. It's about, if I can't have you, nobody's going to have you. But I will not claim on here that that's the motive because I don't know. Not here unless it's proven, unless Ellie comes out and says that, and stated by investigators in court documents or testimony. What we can do is we can recognize the pattern that shows up far too many times in far too many cases, and we can take it seriously. We got to take it seriously, people. If you're listening and you're young, or if you have teenagers, and I know most of you do, or you love someone that's in a relationship that feels off, please hear me when I say this. Warning signs aren't always bruises. Sometimes it looks like constant checking in on someone, checking their location, almost stalker stuff. It looks like, prove you love me, or you don't love me, prove your love to me, or jealousy framed as love, or isolating you from your friends, from your family, showing up at your job or your school. Sometimes it's just anger when you say no. I want y'all to know no means no. Sometimes threats, again, if I can't have you, or, maybe even blackmail, I don't know. But those are signs. And if somebody is trying to exit a moving car to get away, something is very wrong. That is fear, people. Right now, I just want to take a moment of silence, just a moment. Thank you. Taylor ShyAnn, she was 17 years old. Again, she was a daughter, a friend. She was even a sister. She was a co-worker. She was a young woman who deserved to grow up. She deserved to graduate. She deserved to love safely, live safely, and long enough to become a version of her own self. Hunter Jackson is charged with first-degree murder. And like I said, he's being held on $3 million bond. And the court date is January 20th in General Sessions Court in Dickson, Tennessee. Investigators said additional charges could be considered by a grand jury. Charges can always follow anyone who has been arrested. They can always come up later. I want to watch. Let's watch some of these videos. Give me just a moment.
Sentence starts with I.
I hope everyone is okay.
I was just going through the light.
I had the right of way.
I just want my car back to.
Hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on. I don't know. Maybe it stopped right there, but we got more. So anyway, let's just see. Teen accused of shooting and killing ex-girlfriend in Middle Tennessee. An 18-year-old is accused of murdering a 17-year-old ex-girlfriend in Dickson, Tennessee. This is him right here. The police department reports that 18-year-old Hunter W. Jackson was arrested early Wednesday morning following a deadly shooting of a 17-year-old girl. Detectives report that the victim was found in the area of the intersection of Highway 70 East and Hensley Drive. Now here, there's a car wash there. I don't know, but that's what I hear. And taken to TriStar Skyline Medical Center, where she later died from her gunshot wounds. They said Jackson and the victim were in a relationship.
Gun violence claims thousands of lives each year, but even if you're not a victim, it's costing you money.
Okay, let me go down. Sorry, because I don't think that's it. Was in a relationship, and that had ended before the shooting. Jackson allegedly met her in the parking lot of Kroger's at about 8 p.m. Tuesday. This is all in the Nashville, Tennessee. This is in Dickson. This is everywhere. Later, as the two drove off in the vehicle, they approached a traffic light, and police said the victim was shot. She jumped out of Jackson's vehicle. Jackson had allegedly left the scene and was later arrested at home in White Bluff, Tennessee. Police said the gun believed to have been used in the shooting was recovered, and Jackson has cooperated with the ongoing investigation, and additional charges could be sought by the grand jury, which is what I said. So right now he's on $3 million bond. Let me see if WSMV7 has, we got one, I know, just bear with me. Let's see if WSMV 7 has one. I can't see the chat right now, y'all. I apologize. Okay, so I think this is it. Let me...
Why choose East Texas Marketing Solutions?
The way that we strategize for our customers, the way that we put together marketing plans, and the products that we have to offer are the best in the business.
Get started at easttexasmarketingsolutions.com.
Dickson police say a teenager was shot to death last night as she tried to get away from her ex-boyfriend. Our Dryden Quigley has more from the teen's friends who say they're devastated.
Ayla says it was a normal evening at work. She said bye to her coworker, 17-year-old Taylor ShyAnn Ratterree, around 8 p.m. She only noticed that something was wrong when she saw police lights on Hensley Drive.
So I seen her right before she left, and I actually had a conversation with her right before.
That was the last time Ayla would see Taylor. Dickson police say she was picked up by her ex-boyfriend, 18-year-old Hunter Jackson. They say as they got to this traffic light, Taylor tried to jump out of Jackson's car. Then he shot her. She was found by police and taken to Skyline, where she died from her gunshot wound.
It was very sad. It was very just like a wow moment. You know, you just have to kind of sit and think, like, that's someone you know that is no longer here with us.
Her family shared these photos of Taylor. They say she had big dreams for the future and was excited to start college next year. One of her many passions was crocheting.
I definitely know that she has like a beautiful personality. She's very happy all the time. She never seems to have a dull moment.
The city that has had one homicide a year for the past 3 years says this has shaken them.
It's definitely a wake-up call that like you need to always like watch who you're around, be careful. You know, you never know how a person actually is.
Jackson is sitting in jail on a $3 million bond. Taylor's family says they're still grappling with her loss. In Dickson, Dryden Quigley, WSMV4.
So, yeah, that happened. Very, very sad. Let me see what y'all are saying. Hello, Lock Lady. Hello. Hello, everybody coming in. Mimi Jean. Yeah. Everybody, thank you for being here. I appreciate you very, very much. But, you know, she also has a GoFundMe page. I dropped that earlier in the chat. And if my mods want to drop it again, they certainly can. Let me go to this next video. I think we have one more. This is coming from the Dickson source here. So full credit to them as well.
Dickson teen charged with murder of ex-girlfriend. By source staff. A Dickson teenager is charged with first-degree murder following the Tuesday night shooting death of his former girlfriend. Hunter W. Jackson, 18, of Highway 70 West in Dickson, was arrested by Dickson Police Department detectives Brandon Kidd and Mike Phillips and booked into the Dickson County Jail around 1 a.m. Wednesday. According to the detectives, the 17-year-old victim was found in the area of the intersection of Highway 70 East and Hensley Drive and transported to Skyline Medical Center, where she died from gunshot wounds. The victim's name is not being released due to her status as a minor. The detectives said Jackson and the victim were in a relationship that recently ended. The investigation indicates Jackson met the female in the parking lot of the Kroger store in Dickson around 8 p.m. Tuesday, and she got into his vehicle. Phillips and Kidd said the victim apparently attempted to exit Jackson's vehicle at a traffic light when she was shot and fell out of the vehicle. Police officers initially responded to a report of a reckless driver, followed by a report of an accident. Officers arriving on the scene discovered the victim with gunshot wounds. Jackson allegedly left the scene and was later arrested at a residence in White Bluff. The handgun believed to have been used in the shooting was recovered. Kidd and Phillips said Jackson has cooperated in the ongoing investigation and additional charges could be sought from the grand jury. Jackson is scheduled to appear in Dickson County General Sessions Court January 20th. He is being held in the Dickson County Jail on a $3 million bond. More crime news.
So thank you, Janice, for that. I appreciate that. So also FYI, funeral and visitation services will be at Dickson Funeral Home and Cremation Center on Saturday, December 27th, 2025. Visitation will begin at 11 a.m. until 1. Funeral services will be in the chapel of Dickson Funeral Home, and cremation will be at 1, or cremation center at 1, and the cremation center at 1, I apologize, with Brother Joseph Thomas officiating. And then they will be at the Union Cemetery. So anybody who wanted that information, I just wanted to give that to you. I want to say to Taylor's family and friends, if you ever see this, your girl mattered, and she will not be forgotten. To every person listening or who will listen, if your gut tells you something isn't right, listen to your gut. If you feel unsafe, you don't have to be polite. You don't have to keep the peace. You are allowed to protect your life. Always listen to your gut. And please, by all means, if you need help, call 911 for an emergency. But if you need support or safety planning or anything like that, you can always text 7233, or you can call 1-800-799-SAFE. No, I said that backwards. You can always text START 88788. 7233 was the 1-800-799-7233. But it's 1-800-799, the letter SAFE. SAFE. So anyone listening, I don't care who you are, remember, no means no. I wanted to come on here and talk about this. I really thank you. I thank you all for coming, for spending this little bit of time with me, for honoring Taylor. And, we must keep her out there. We will follow this. We're not going to forget Taylor. She was a beautiful girl, had a lot of future ahead of her. But I guess God had other plans. He needed her more than we did here on this earth. She's an angel now. Rest easy, Taylor. We'll say your name with love. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.